The wisdom of the ages, captured in a single, poignant question: to be or to do. It is a dilemma as old as humanity itself, a crossroads that every individual, consciously or unconsciously, must navigate. The opening lines of the text, attributed to Orison Swett Martin, beautifully frame this formative period of life, likening the unsullied soul to a block of pure, uncut Parian marble, awaiting its sculptor's hand to be fashioned into what? This profound inquiry sets the stage for a compelling narrative about a man who, perhaps more than any other in recent history, chose the path of doing, and in doing so, transformed the very landscape of modern warfare, all while remaining largely unknown. This unsung hero was John Boyd, a name that resonates with profound respect among military strategists and thinkers, yet remains largely foreign to the average person. Boyd was not merely a good fighter pilot, he was a legend, an exceptional teacher, and an even more formidable thinker. His prowess in the air earned him the moniker 42nd Boyd, a testament to his uncanny ability to defeat any adversary, regardless of their starting position, in under a minute. This reputation alone would secure a place in history for many, but for Boyd, it was merely the prelude to his true life's work. After his aerial triumphs in Korea and his tenure as the lead instructor at the elite fighter weapons school at Nellis Air Force Base, Boyd was quietly summoned to the Pentagon. It was here, away from the glare of public recognition, that his real influence began to take root. The paradox of John Boyd's life is striking. A man who shaped the future of military strategy, whose theories were so revolutionary they reimagined maneuver warfare across nearly every branch of the armed forces, yet he remained an enigma to the public. He never published a single book, authored only one academic paper, and was rarely, if ever, quoted in the media. His entire career, spanning almost 30 years of impeccable service, saw him rise no higher than the rank of colonel. There are no military bases, no battleships, no grand monuments bearing his name. He retired into a quiet anonymity, living with little more than a modest apartment and a pension, seemingly forgotten, almost certainly having accumulated more enemies than friends. This unconventional trajectory begs a crucial question. What if this obscurity, this lack of formal recognition, was not an oversight but a deliberate choice? What if this very path made him more influential? The notion might seem outlandish in a world obsessed with titles, fame, and outward markers of success. Yet the text suggests that this was precisely the case. John Boyd was not just teaching a philosophy, he was living it. He was a walking embodiment of the very lesson he imparted to a generation of bright, ambitious young officers who came under his tutelage, sensing in them the raw potential to be something different. These rising stars, eager for promotion and success, mirrored the aspirations many of us hold today. The core of Boyd's philosophy is encapsulated in a legendary speech he delivered to a young protege in 1973. Sensing a critical juncture in the officer's life, a moment of impressionable insecurity typical of many high achievers, Boyd called him in. The young soldier, like a leaf susceptible to any gust of wind, was at a crossroads. And so, Boyd delivered the speech that would become a rite of passage for countless transformative military leaders. The fork in the road. "Tiger," Boyd began, illustrating with his hands, "one day you will come to a fork in the road, and you're going to have to make a decision about which direction you want to go." He outlined the first path. If you go that way, you can be somebody. You will have to make compromises, and you will have to turn your back on your friends. But you will be a member of the club, and you will get promoted, and you will get good assignments. The allure of this path is undeniable. Security, status, acceptance. It promises a comfortable ascent within the established hierarchy, a life of outward success and recognition, but it comes with a steep price: integrity, loyalty, and personal truth. Then Boyd paused, allowing the weight of the first option to settle before presenting the alternative. Or, he continued, you can go that way, and you can do something for your country and for your Air Force and for yourself. If you decide you want to do something, you may not get promoted, and you may not get the good assignments, and you certainly will not be a favorite of your superiors. But you won't have to compromise yourself. You will be true to your friends and to yourself, and your work might make a difference.